Following the resignation of the BNP-Jamaat-e-Islami coalition government, Akbar Hossain wrote for BBC Bangla on the foreign diplomatic maneuvers in an uncertain Dhaka. Hossain has described the diplomatic maneuverings of the US, British, Canadian, and UN envoys. This included a trust deficit between the two major parties, the BNP and the Awami League, and their top leaders, a democracy deficit, which made opposition parties reluctant to contest elections, and a faith deficit in the army, which BNP Chairperson Khaleda Zia believed would mostly back her. On how Western diplomats pressed for a second caretaker administration with military support, and how then Army head Gen Moeen U Ahmed was concerned about the political instability affecting the Bangladesh Army's UN peacekeeping quota. Regardless, the BBC piece provides a few hints. The -2 formula was devised by the West, mainly the US, to force Khaleda and Awami League President Sheikh Hasina out of politics. A non-political national administration serving Western interests and doing their bidding in Dhaka was the West's goal. No surprise the caretaker missed their primary constitutional task of organizing elections as quickly as feasible to avoid a government vacuum. That is, until popular outrage prompted an election. In his memoirs, late Indian President Pranab Mukherjee recalls a heated debate with former US Secretary of State Hillary Clinton about the need of Bangladeshi elections. The BBC investigation exposes Western officials playing the democracy game. A King's party headed by microcredit genius MD Yunus and legitimized by the military? The West could hardly refute India's involvement in pressing for elections in Bangladesh. Awami League's subsequent decision to utilize its majority and dismantle the caretaker arrangement must have been influenced by the unelected caretaker's extra-constitutional or unconstitutional function. Logic dictated that if Western democracies and India's neighbor can manage without a caretaker, so can Bangladesh. Bangladesh has had a stable administration since 2009 and excelled many in economic and social progress. The Islamist opposition has often taken to the streets to make a point, but their problems were frivolous and offensive. No rational Bangladeshi wants to die for these causes, much alone be burned alive in opposition activists' firebomb buses. But the West, notably the US, views them as foot soldiers of democracy trying to undermine a strong, stable administration. Not that the Hasina administration is perfect, and the Awami League has suffered some uncomfortable changes. But Bangladesh is not the 1990s or even 2009. Growing prosperity and human progress have given it confidence. So the West may attempt to raise smells to regain influence in a nation, but it may not succeed. That doesn't mean the West, notably the US, will give up.